Question 11a. Expand and simplify. Expand means we're going to multiply out the brackets first. Remembering that everything in a bracket has to be multiplied by whatever is attached to it. So in this case we're going to multiply our whole first bracket by the number 3. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 4 is 12. And then the next bracket is multiplied by the number 2. So this is all nice positive number, so 2 times 5x gives us 10x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So by multiplying out the brackets, we've got 1 out of our 2 marks. To simplify it, we just need to gather all of the terms that are the same together. So we have 3x add 10x is 13x. And then we have 12 take away 2, which is plus 10. Part B, expand and simplify. 2x plus 1 multiplied by x take away 4. There are a lot of different methods for multiplying and expanding double brackets. The most common one is called FOIL, where you make sure that everything is multiplied by everything inside by multiplying the first numbers, the outside numbers, the inside numbers, and then the last numbers, which would be 1 times negative 4. A method that I've started using recently is to use grid multiplication, which can also be used to multiply this out. It takes a little bit longer, but it's easier to organise. I'm just going to show and demonstrate that in this video. So our first bracket is 2x and 1. In our second bracket we have an x and a negative 4. And this can be put into a multiplication grid. Exactly the same that we would do if we were just dealing with numbers. 2x multiplied by x is going to give us 2x squared. 1 times x is x. 2x times negative 4 gives us minus 8x. And 1 times minus 4 is minus 4. This grid allows us to make sure that we have multiplied everything by everything, and then to simplify it we just need to gather all of these terms together. So we have 2x squared, there are no other x squareds in there, so that stays the same. I have x and I take away 8x, which leaves us with negative 7x, and then there's the minus 4 at the end. Question C asks us to factorise completely 6y squared take away 9xy. Factorise means to take out common factors and put them outside a pair of brackets. So we automatically know there's going to be something inside brackets and something outside the brackets. Once again, we can use this grid method to actually demonstrate how to work this out. We're dealing with a squared value here. So it does mean that we're going to have at least one letter outside our brackets. We're trying to get 6y squared and a minus 9xy as our answer. So what we're trying to find is something that could have been multiplied, or something that will fit directly into both of these values. If we look at the numbers, we've got 6 and 9. Now both of those are going to be in the 3 times table. So we can take a 3 and put that outside our grid. The other thing which is common, the other common factor for both of these terms is y. We've got a y in y squared, and we have a y here with the xy. So if we take y outside as well, we've taken out our common factors. And this will be the value that goes outside your brackets. So what do we need to multiply 3y by to get these values? What number's missing at the top of the table? So 3 times 2 will give us 6, and y times y will give us the y squared. So we've got to have 2y as our first value. Next, we've got a negative number, so we're going to end up with a negative inside this bracket. So if we assume that the negative is here, we're going to have 3 times 3 to get the 9, and to get 3y times x will give us the xy, so that has to be 3x. So inside your bracket you would have 2y minus 3x. 2 and 3 don't have another common factor, y and x are both different, so that is fully factorised.